95.5 WFMS. It's halfway through the work week, Wednesday. What's the matter?
Speaking of halfway.
Well, Deb just brought her coffee in and put it down on my side of the table.
Uh-oh.
It's clearly my side. The seam from the table is on this side.
Oh, my
so
gosh.
I don't drink coffee
you are
with
so
cream in it.
uptight.
I wanted. I mean, he started to get a
His
little,
eyes got real big like
little
saucers.
sweat.
And I looked at him and I
Keep
go,
your-
what? And he points at my coffee as if to say, you're in my boundaries.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. You're exactly right.
You're going by the seam in the table.
Well, look how much space you have over there.
Yeah, that's true.
And look at, I have much less space here.
You're clearly Rhode Island. She's Montana.
Thank you, Jim. That's exactly
What are
right.
friends for? Where are you?
Oh,
You're usually Switzerland.
I'm out of the country right
Come
now.
on now.
All right. Hey, it's 43 degrees. We are going to warm
Yes.
a little bit today and tomorrow and finally get maybe to normal.
Yeah.
If you want to get me
Average.
coffee, Deb, that'd be fine.
I'm not getting you anything. I'll give you a slap
WFMS.
upside the head.
95.5 WFMS. Morning, it's Wednesday. We have so many national days.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you know that Deb was so ahead of the time that
I did
they've
not
actually
realize
made a national day for her? I think she was the actual one that started
And
it
it's
all.
today.
It's today. Let me check something. Hold on. Let me see your shoes. Oh.
Why?
Well, it's National Wear Two Different Colored Shoes Day.
Are you done?
And Deb has been known to do that.
I did it once. How can I be known
Deb,
to do it?
you did it once in one day, but you went to do two different things wearing.
Yeah, you went for a
All
while.
right.
You went home and
All right,
came-
fine.
Put them back on again. I think it was
Okay,
I think it was
so
a boot and a sandal.
Let me. No, okay, come on. Let's be realistic. This was years ago,
Yes.
and it could happen to anybody.
Good, because the mayor,
Evidently,
former mayor,
It's a
Goldsmith,
national-
remember?
he
Did it
that
happen to him?
He
Yeah.
wore two different shoes and didn't
Former
realize
Mayor
it.
Goldsmith. Okay,
Yeah.
so I walked in, and it was summer, so I had two open-toed sandal-type shoes that looked appropriate for the office. I wore those. One was a brown, and one was a cream. But I get dressed in the dark in my defense.
right.
So then I went home. So we laughed about it on the air, and then I went home, and
You're making my point.
No,
Deb.
no.
And you put
I
them
took a
on?
nap because we sleep a lot during the day.
And
And then
took
when
them-
it was time to leave, I was still kind of groggy, and I put them back on, wore them out again.
That's what I said. You weren't listening to me. You
All
wore
right.
them So anyway, it's a national day today. Today would have been the day to do
I
that.
haven't done it
Right in.
since.
It's National Wear Two Different Colored Shoes Day.
Why would that even be a day? Why? Why?
Because everybody wants to be like you,
Yeah,
Deb.
that's
Well,
it. Right.
they're only human.
I'm not going. You cannot
Like,
make
you
me
that?
do this.
No. Well,
There's
the
no
price
way.
alone, but
Now, I have done a hot air balloon during the fair,
I did that too.
and you did it too.
Yeah. Deb, did you ever do
But
that?
there's no way
I
I'd
have
do
not.
this one. In 2025, so you got a few years to either save up or brave up. A company in France will be offering dinner in space. A balloon goes 15 miles high.
balloon.
You'll need oxygen, but you will not be weightless.
Okay.
And it costs the meal. You'll spend about 3 hours up in space in this balloon. And I don't know if you need oxygen or whether the restaurant is probably pressurized, so maybe you don't need oxygen for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, 3 hours. You'll have cocktails, a dinner, and then just visiting, probably with some dancing, maybe, I don't know. $132,000 per person.
I would rather gouge my eyes out with an ice pick.
You wouldn't do that.
There
would you?
is no way. I have zero interest in.
Children listening right now, Deb is just joking.
Just
Do not
joking.
try that at home. Thank you very much.
My whole point is, why is that enjoyable? I'd be a nervous wreck
It's
the
an
whole
adventure.
entire time.
And look
No,
at the view. You know, that's what an incredible
Yeah.
view.
it's a great view out my bedroom
15,
window.
15 miles high, so that's technically space, and then you'll enjoy a meal.
No. I mean, I haven't even done a hot air balloon, and I won't do that either.
Right.
Now, I would go in space if it was like with NASA or
An actual
one of these private
ship.
companies that are doing it. It's like, yeah,
But not
I would
this?
do. Not a balloon. A balloon. The name balloon bothers me.
Yep.
They crash. I hate to say it, but they
Right.
crash.
Or pop.
Pop.
Or
yeah.
have a big leak in them.
Right. You know, just the little things like
when
that.
it involves floating,
Yeah.
and you could
Where are
fall
we?
out.
We don't know. The wind picked up. We have no idea where we are.
That is not
See,
happening.
Why is the Earth getting smaller?
I don't know. And it can't be tethered because there's no 15-mile long. I guess there's make a
What
rope
cracks
that
me
long.
up is somebody's going to pay that $132,000.
Well,
You know, you could do with that.
You got till 2025 to save up.
Right.
No. There's just no interest. I mean, I guess you have to be a
You gotta be real
thrill
adventurous.
seeker.
Mhm.
You know, there are certain people that live for that. The people that jump off cliffs and things like that. That's not me. You know, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled eating a piece of cake.
Yeah, it's not me for two reasons. One, the height, and two, the $132,000.
That's exactly what I
so
thought.
you've eliminated me in two different areas.
All right.
You said 3 kids to college for that.
We're going to St. Elmo's instead. Feel stressed?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a way to solve that problem.
Yeah, and certainly certain times of the year you probably feel more stressed.
Right.
tax season. We just had it. You're stressed out then.
Right,
Jim, you got a wedding coming up with your son. You're probably stressed out of that.
So what can I do?
Deb, you got graduation. Well, you know what? You can go pet a cow. That's what you can do. Michigan State holds monthly cow petting events to help people de-stress. Now, their farming part of their it's called their dairy center. It's where the cows are. It's part of the education process they have up there. They would allow employees of Michigan State to come and pet the cows. And they found that people, it was really stress. They create some joy in their life.
Well, sure.
And the cows liked it too.
That's why there are therapeutic or like therapy dogs and things like that.
So now they've opened it to the public. They're like, well, you know what? We shouldn't just keep this to ourselves. They have monthly public meetings when people can go and pet a cow.
I would do it.
Oh, yeah. We used to go out in the field out the farm there, and cows would slowly gather around you and kind of pet them. They're real docile.
Yeah.
You know?
Remember when I went to goat yoga? It's like you forget you're doing yoga because, until the goat peed all over one of my friends.
Then that.
Then it's kind of a reminder.
Right there.
What's that warm sensation?
Horses, I bet, are the same thing, too. Just
horses,
the softness of the
course.
horse's neck. And
I get that with dogs even.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
I wish they did that here.
Well, I was going to say, you could just contact a farmer that you might know that has I wouldn't go randomly out to his field because you may mistake a cow for a bull, and that would not be good.
Or they may mistake you for somebody. And
so I mean, just
happen.
find out that's true, or go to it's only once a year, but the state fair, some county fairs still have livestock. Go pet a cow.
Can I pet your cow? Is that all right? And sure can. Yeah, right ahead.
Be careful how you say it.
Right. 95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. We are all set and ready for a smile on our face. Kevin's here to ensure that happens with Kevin's bad joke worth repeating.
And my bad joke worth repeating is sponsored by Hearing Solutions of Indiana. You've never heard like this before. And it's not my joke. It's a joke sent in by Nick from Southport, 10 years old.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Sent me this
Nick.
email. So here's
cool.
Nick's joke. What do you call a pig with lights and a siren on its back?
A pig with lights and a siren on its back.
I have no idea.
A hamblance? Oh, no. I thought it was great, Nick.
A hamblance.
I like that. Okay. All right.
Like an ambulance.
95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Kevin's got your Nash News now. What's this other reason to like Jelly Roll?
Well, I'll get to that in about 30 seconds.
Okay.
I wonder how this makes Garth Brooks feel. Miranda Lambert recently shared that her first concert ever was Garth Brooks at Texas Stadium. She was 10.
Oh, really?
10
years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Garth has been around a while.
Yeah, he has been.
Chris Jansen is releasing a new song on Friday. I don't know if you guys got the email alert. I got something yesterday from him saying we could sign up to get the first sample of it. It's called 21 Forever, and it features Dolly Parton and Slash, the lead guitarist from Guns N' Roses.
Really? Wow.
He says, if you think you've heard something like this before, you haven't. Trust me.
No. Yeah.
That'll be coming out on Friday. Did you know that Jelly Roll has a food truck in Nashville that sells jelly donuts?
No, you're kidding.
I'm not kidding you.
Well, are you kidding
I'm
me?
telling you, road trip.
I want one.
It's called the Rollin' with Jelly truck. And he sells stuff like hamburgers and wings as well.
Jelly Roll the artist.
Jelly Roll the artist has his own food truck called the Rollin' with Jelly truck.
Follow that
I'm
truck.
telling you what, Deb. Deb helps us find places to eat when we go to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Put that on your list.
Yeah, we have to
We've
hit
got
that
to
one
follow
up.
that truck around.
Follow that truck.
I mean, literally, follow it around. That's your Nash News Now.
95.5 WFMS. Mentioned Thomas Rhett's going to be in town this coming Saturday. I think we have him here. Hello.
Good morning. This is Thomas Rhett. How are you?
Oh, are you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I got you now. I had one button to hit, and I didn't do it.
He had one job, Thomas. One job.
And he screwed it all up.
That sounds like my life and my wife being like, you had one job, babe. You had one job.
That was it. And I
Hey,
failed.
well, obviously, we're talking with Thomas Rhett. Who is the techno gadget person in your family? You or your wife? Who is more likely to be able to do that kind of stuff?
My wife, for sure.
Oh, no way. I thought you would say you.
I'm really not tech savvy at all.
You would think so, like a musician being around speakers and things you have to plug in, that maybe you would be.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm okay with like computers and like sounds and being able to sing into a microphone. But when it comes to like, I don't know, how do you change your background on your iPhone? It's like one of these things on your iPhone. So
Mine's still factory.
yeah, there you go. Exactly. We're in the same boat.
Oh, goodness. Well, we saw that funny video on Instagram where you're asking your sweet wife all of your albums, and she really struggled with that. So we wanted to put you on the spot. What's your anniversary?
November 12th,
Okay.
2012.
Very
Oh,
good.
I'm
We have no way to
impressed.
verify that.
Well, sounds good. He didn't pause that much.
Between anniversaries and 4 kids' birthdays, there's a lot of numbers in there.
Yeah,
Yes.
That is a
absolutely.
There are a lot.
It's a lot of pressure, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, you're getting the touring season out underway here, aren't you?
It's been fun, dude. Having Cole Swindell out there with us and Nate Smith, who's one of my favorite new artists out there. It's been a blast. So we're ready to rock and been rehearsing for a while, so we're pumped about it.
I'd like to point out that we were right, and we've mentioned this to you before. It was a number of years ago. We saw you for the very first time at a
Big Machine
recording,
Basement, I think.
recording studio. House. It was a recording studio. So we
wow.
looked at each other and said, "This kid is going to be a megastar."
We were right.
We were on the money.
Well, I can't thank y'all enough for just putting that into the world. It was y'all that made it happen. That is for sure.
You know, we also love, not only are you a great musician, always so kind, but it really looks like you have embraced fatherhood.
Man, I have. I mean, I'm not blaming it on 2020, but when I was forced to be home and not be able to be on the road, like I made it my number one mission. I was like, I'm going to try to be the best dad that I humanly can, you know, and I'm going to be the best husband that I humanly can. And so in many ways that year was terrible, but in some ways I'm very grateful for it because I'm not sure that I would have known how to take the time to slow down, if that makes any sense.
You know, that does. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, how do you handle the separation anxiety when you're about ready to hit the road? Because that's got to be
Or
tough.
how the kids handle it.
Yeah, that's and them being upset maybe.
Yeah, it's getting harder. Like, I don't know. I don't want this to come out wrong, but when your kids are young, they don't realize that you're gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when they're 2 or 3, like they know that you're gone, but they're good if like mom gives them a popsicle when you walk out the door.
Yeah.
Today it's different because you know my older 3 are in school now and they're doing ballet and they're doing tap and they're doing soccer and every extracurricular activity that you can imagine they're involved in. So all the recitals and all the practices, like there's some that I can be at and there's some that I just, you know, unfortunately have to miss. But they do know that I love what I do. And I'm really glad that my kids get to watch their dad leave the house going to a job that he loves doing.
Oh,
I think
wow.
that's like really big for me.
Of course, fans love you for all different reasons, but if there was one thing that you hoped you are remembered for as Thomas Rhett, what would that be?
Wow. I'm only 33.
Yeah, we're not like ending things tomorrow,
Yeah.
but you know,
But as a songwriter, as a performer,
just as a legacy in general.
I think, I hope the word that people use to describe me would be authentic.
That's a
I
great
think that's
word.
what I've strived for since day one. No matter what is happening in our environment, I hope I'm always extremely true to myself. And I hope that translates to people that listen to my music.
One word I'd say, you're honest. You're very honest.
Real.
There you go. Honest and authentic. Let's go.
You're one of our favorites, Thomas. For that very reason, you are always a joy to talk to, and we're really excited for your success. And like we said, we called it.
Hey, listen, I thank God for y'all every day. Thank you so much.
Well, hey, we will see you this coming Saturday night, man.
We're looking forward to it. Let's go. Let's go, Indy, baby. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Well, thank you for calling in, man. We'll see you, okay?
All right. Bye, y'all. Have a great day.
You too.
You
Bye
too.
now.
Bye-bye.
95.5 WFMS. Thank you so much for making us part of your Wednesday. Jim, Deb, and Kevin, Sunday's going to be a fun day.
yeah. It's a free fishing day here in Indiana.
Free fishing, though.
Yeah, you can fish anywhere. No license required. I was just looking up. A fishing license is $23
Okay.
It's not
for
bad.
the whole year.
Yeah.
You can buy one day for like $10, and they even have senior citizen discounts. But on Sunday, the idea is the DNR, Department of Natural Resources, wants you to go out and learn to fish with your kids.
If you haven't in a while, I haven't fished in a while.
Yeah, so it's free to fish on
Just that
Saturday.
day.
Yeah,
Just
on
that
Sunday.
day.
On
Yeah,
Sunday.
just
Yep.
that day, too. So get out there with the kids. Get yourself a fishing pole. What are they going?
Are you good at it?
I don't
good?
know.
I don't think I'm patient enough. I've gone, but I'm just
I've
not.
caught a few, but it's nothing really big. You know.
Yeah, I'm just not patient. That's also why I don't like to golf because it's a slower process.
Well, it's
I
not
actually
free.
combine both sports. I fish and golf at the same time.
Really?
Because my ball's normally in
In
some
the water.
pond.
Yeah, there it goes. Drag it on out of there.
Yep.
Huh?
Oh, it's
Absolutely.
Kevin's ball again.
Yep.
Enjoy some free
Hey,
fishing.
grab my fishing pole while you're at it, would you?
2023 Wedding of the Year continues.
The what? Oh, wedding of the
Wedding
year?
of the year. Oh, you
Yeah.
talking?
Oh, yeah.
My son Corbin is
yeah.
getting married here in August, so the planning continues. And I had to go to a thing last night, and I had never heard of this. You guys said you have, so I don't know much about weddings, evidently, but it was a tasting
Well, that's common.
where you go because it's the caterer, and they want you to sample some of the foods and pick some things.
Pick
and
out
you
the menu.
Make adjustments to it and all.
Oh, and they ask you to go. That's nice.
Yeah. So I was got to be part of it. And I kind of keep quiet unless you have a question. Then I'll,
Yeah, that's best of you. You're
It
just
really is
kind
best.
of there as filling a
right.
space. I
It's
think,
support more than anything.
Yeah.
But
So what'd you try?
well, we tried the
Are you allowed to say? Wait a minute. Is
Yeah.
this like? Is
Oh,
this
yeah.
stuff that should be embargoed, Deb? Do people not want you to know what
I think
you're
you
serving
can.
at
We
wedding?
can talk about the menu.
Okay,
Sure.
all right.
Yeah, it's a little hors d'oeuvres. We got the little cherry tomatoes with little cheese, and it's got a stick going through it.
Okay. Like
Wow.
a kebab of some sort?
Yeah, it's got something. There's a green thing on there too, but it's like
So it's a tomato on a stick?
yeah.
Wow, how much are you
mozzarella.
paying for that?
And it's it's going to be August, so we're thinking something cool.
Oh,
Okay.
I
Some
see.
Little
Okay.
mini BLTs. So
Oh, that sounds
Oh,
good.
okay.
What else did you try?
It's going to be a pasta bar.
Okay.
So we went with it's like a butterfly pasta kind
Sure,
of thing like
yeah.
that, and then it's like a cheese sauce with shrimp on it.
Is it like an Alfredo?
It's kind of like that, but it's not.
Is that how they presented it to you?
They
It's
did.
like a
I'm just
cheese
going-
sauce with shrimp.
I'm going
Yeah.
with the visual on this
Okay,
thing.
got it.
And then there's your basic tortellini with red sauce and some meatballs,
Mm-hmm.
and then fettuccine.
Oh, this is on a stick?
I think we passed the
Oh,
stick
did we?
part.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I didn't get that part. All right.
So I would think that'll be good. Everybody will. The only time I chimed in was they were thinking about putting, how you sit down, you get the bread.
Yeah.
They wanted to put it up on the buffet, and I think it's better on the table.
Oh, yeah, bread on the table.
So when you sit down and you're kind of hungry, even though you had the tomato with cheese on a stick earlier, you can sit down and enjoy,
Some bread.
Yeah, and the salad's going to be out there instead of doing a salad bar.
I like that, except for then you have to talk to the person next to you and ask them
You
to
don't
pass
know
the
them.
dressing.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
But if the bread's on the table, it's easier to swipe the person's bread to your right.
Oh, you've done
You
this.
know what? I just simplified the whole thing.
What's that?
You get your tomato and cheese on a stick.
On a
you
stick.
save that stick.
Yeah.
That becomes your skewer for when you want more bread. You just stab it.
I got
Or, hey,
it.
you want another piece of chicken? You just go there and grab that.
So
I don't
basi-
think
you don't have to
that's
buy
etiquette.
silverware then, Jim.
So hold the stick all night long.
All night long.
I see.
Because that seems safe. Walk around with a big sharp kebab stick on the reception
Yeah.
floor.
I think
I
it'll
like
be
it.
fun.
Someone's
I
going
like
to
the
get their
idea.
eye poked out.
Well, maybe.
Oh, no.
Yeah, especially during the dancing time.
Now, when they do the cake tasting, do you need an extra person? Or you
Well,
know, I'm volunteering.
Well, because
Yes.
you're making the cake.
Oh, I am. Even better.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
didn't hear that.
Did you? Oh, well,
You
that's-
didn't?
we just asked you on the air.
I offered a while back, but I never heard.
Yeah.
The
so
bride and groom haven't contacted you yet?
they have not, but I'm all
Well,
about it. So
okay.
I'll bake the cake.
Excellent.
I guess I don't have to sample
So
it
you
because
will
I'm
be-
making it.
Yeah. Can you serve it on a stick?
Well, she's got one in her pocket. It should be all right. So here we go. All right. So as the plans continue, we'll keep sharing it with you.
Yeah, all right.
Those of you that are into weddings and all. So.
Good to know.